Hello everybody, it's Lynn, the Go Live Granny. Here I am, and without shenanigans tonight. I mean, perhaps I shouldn't speak too soon, because if I say there's no shenanigans, I'm sure there will be shenanigans. But you know what? I've gone live, and I didn't have any issues. Hello Shane, nice to see you. Busy working on your petrol mower. That's amazing. Jolly good. Let's just get this camera a bit of a better angle. Not sure that I've got it very well on there. Never mind. It is what it is. So if I sit, I don't know what's the best way to sit. So I can see people coming in here. So yes, Go Live Granny. Here I am. It's Sunday evening. Whoops. Oh, sorry, I thought something was going on funny there. It's Sunday evening. It is November the 3rd, 2024. Nearly forgetting where I was. And it's been a busy day for me. It's been a busy week. I'm live streaming here 8:15 Sunday evening. Hello, Steve. Window cleaner Steve is in the house. Wonderful to see you. And so what was I going to say? Forgotten what I was going to say. But yes, if you're in on the live, welcome. If you're coming in on the replay, please put replay in the comments. Then I will be able to catch up with you afterwards. If you didn't miss it, catch it live, it doesn't matter. If you are here live and you want to join in the conversation, please do. Steve is in the building. He certainly is. Shane is in the building. So are some other people, but I don't know who they are. Unless they comment, I can't see who they are. Doesn't matter. Some people like to sit in the background. Some people like to come forward and join in the buzz and the conversation. Whichever you want to do is perfectly fine by me. All we ask is that everybody is polite and that we don't have any trolls. If we have trolls, we boot them out or we block them. And, that's not nice to have those. But we're not going to have those tonight, I'm sure. So there you go. So how has everybody's week been? Do you like it? I found one of my poppy scarves. I found my poppy hat. Bearing in mind its remembrance is coming up. I thought I didn't know where my poppy hat was. And then I've been doing some tidying up and I found it. It had another hat on top of it. Maybe that's why I didn't see it before. But of course, you know that last weekend I was having my cupboards converted into wardrobes. Oh, and I was so excited, and I've hung up so many clothes. I had to go and get some more hangers. I forgot to bring. I've got something I want to show you, but I don't know if I can find it. It's on my bed, but so are a lot of other things, so I might not go. I'll see. I was going to bring something to show you because it's all about sparkle this week. I might go and get it. I might get you to talk amongst yourselves in a minute. I won't go for a minute because I'm drinking my coffee. And I'm going to enjoy my coffee while we're chit-chatting away here. So those of you in already that I can see talking are on YouTube. I presume we've gone live on Facebook as well. Nobody much. Your bees are eating very slow. The video is up on your YouTube about your bees eating very slow. All right, okay, we'll have to have a look at that. Let me have a look and see if we have gone live on Facebook. And tonight I didn't have to log in again. My phone kept me logged in from when I actually set the broadcast up, because I'm doing it through my son's account and I have to ring him to get a code. Well, when I've set it up earlier, it didn't log out, and so it was still logged in, and I didn't have to ring him again just now. That was good, because that saved disturbing him. So I've certainly had a good week. Steve, have you had a good week? I hope you have. It looks like we're live on Facebook. Yes, we are. Excellent. I won't bring the sound up there, otherwise we'll get feedback, so we won't have the sound, but I can see that we're live on Facebook as well. So that's good. There we go. So my week has been very wonderful, very busy, very busy. But on Monday, I made a phone call because I have been waiting to have a bathroom conversion And my bathroom conversion, I've been waiting for a year for my bathroom conversion. I was offered a grant to convert. Hello, Natasha, there's my daughter. Do you want to come on the broadcast? You can come in if you like. Nice to see you, Tasha. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Anybody remind me what I was going to say? Oh, I know. So I've been waiting for a year for my bathroom conversion. And when the grant was approved, I got in touch with the people who were going to do the bathroom conversion. And this was in the summer. I spoke to them and they couldn't fit me in until next week, which is November 4th, tomorrow. And I hadn't heard anything. And so I thought I better give them a ring. So I gave them a ring on Monday and they eventually rang me back and said, yes, they're starting tomorrow. So that was been very exciting, but it's also been very busy because my bathroom, I was using my bath as a storage unit. And all sorts of things I hadn't had time to sort out. I'd stood in the bath because I haven't been able to get in the bath for ages. It's Steve and Shane on YouTube, and this is my daughter. That's my daughter coming in on Facebook. There we go. Hi, Mum. She says, "Look, that's my little girl." But she's not a little girl now. She's a grown-up girl now, and she's got big girls of her own. She's got a family there, a lovely family. All my grandchildren. Hello, Sam. Nice to see you coming in from Facebook as well. So yes. So going back to my bathroom, which we were or we weren't, maybe. I haven't been able to get in a bath for years. And so my bath was redundant to me. Fortunately, I have an ensuite shower room with with my bedroom. But it's not the easiest to get in. It's got a step up. And of course, I don't do steps up anymore. My mobility is not as good as it used to be. Certainly can't get in and out of a bath. If I got in, I'd never get out. And then I couldn't get in because I filled up the bath with all the things I hadn't sorted out yet. But the bath is now empty because I could not expect the workmen to come in tomorrow and take out the bath when it's still full. And there were lots of things in the bathroom. So I've had a wonderful friend here today helping me. And he usually comes with his wife, but unfortunately she couldn't make it today. So he was here and he's done some wonderful jobs in my house. First job he did was put my analog clocks right, because I have some analog clocks in my flat. And of course, analog clocks don't update themselves when the clocks go back. And one of them's up here on the wall up here, too high for me to get up, and one of them was high on the wall in the other room, and I don't do ladders anymore, so I didn't do it. My brother had been in and had tried to do the one in the lounge. He managed to get it down. He got a little ladder, he managed to get it down, put the clock right, put it back on the wall. And then when I looked about 10 minutes later, it had stopped. So I think as he moved it, maybe the battery moved and it didn't go. So he got it down again. And then he got it going, but we just stood it up on the side because he wasn't going to get up there again. And then it stopped. It didn't work. But anyway, it's working now. My lovely friend has been and got it working, put it back on the hook on the wall, and put this one up on the hook on the wall. But some months ago, when I was doing my kitchen, sorting my kitchen, oops, hang on a minute. Whoops. Hang on, I just want to get somebody's trying to send me a message. Oh, hang on. Oh, just a minute. Sorry, I just have to send somebody a message. There we go. Yes, earlier in the year, this lovely friend of mine moved the clock. It was in the kitchen area, and I moved it from the kitchen area over to above where I sit when I do a lot of my knitting, because the kitchen area, I was putting a one of those units that you can stack things on the top of the counter, and you wouldn't see the clock. So the clock got moved, but that was about 6 months ago. And do you know what? I still look to where it was originally to see what the time is. Daft, isn't it? Right. Hello, Kath. Kath just coming in on Facebook. She's saying she didn't realise it was 8:30 already, but I go live at 8:15, Kath, on a Sunday evening. 8:15, 15 minutes after the Strictly results. And somebody just was not agreeing with the result tonight. Hang on. Let's go back to see the comments. No, it's not just you and Shane there, Steve. We've got Sam coming in on Facebook. We've got Kath coming in on Facebook. Steve saying, yes, busy. You've taken up your artwork again. Lynn inspired you and have been drawing portraits for people getting quite... Listen, oh, I am so pleased if I inspired you, because that means, mission accomplished. It's what I like to do, is try and inspire people to take up things they either haven't done before, or things that they have done and have maybe not done for a while. It's amazing. Sam's friends Janet and Jean and Joyce say hello, hiya to all of you lovely people coming in. So what have I been doing? I'll tell you in a minute. Shane's been working on his mower petrol engine and fixing up 2 lawn mowers. Sam is gutted. Sam is gutted about the Strictly results. Now, I don't know if anybody's in here who doesn't want to know the Strictly results, so I don't always say who went out, in case you don't want to know. But it was a very tough call. They are so good. All the dancers are so good. It was I had no idea who I thought would go out. The person who was bottom of the leaderboard did not go out. So there you go. It's just one of those things. But it was a wonderful week. It was Icons Week, and those people were amazing. Amazing they were. It's great, Lynn. It's been about 30 years since you've done this. Steve, the window cleaner, is now doing his artwork. That's amazing. Well, I've been doing knitting. I've been doing craft work. On Friday, I was at the Warm Hub. And this is what I was making with one of the ladies there. Everybody was doing different things this week. It's lovely to see. I've managed to tear this bit, so you'll just have to excuse me. But hang on, take Kath's comment off because it's coming across my face there, and you might not be able to see what I'm doing. She didn't realise what the time was. You're late. You're late for a very important date. Said the White Rabbit, out of Alice in Wonderland. So there we go. Right, so this is what I was making. Now, at the Warm Hub, which is run by Jan of Isle Access, on a Friday, it's a warm space. Anybody can come along. You can have free coffee, free biscuits, free fruit. Jan gets the fruit in because she knows I don't want to eat the biscuits because I'm doing Slimming World. And so, she now provides an alternative. So that's really nice because I might get tempted. But I'm pretty good. Sometimes I'm tempted, but not very often these days because I want to maintain my weight loss. And I won't do it if I start being naughty, will I? So anyway, Norma and her friend came, and they'd come before, and that was one of the ladies that I helped make the little treat boxes last week. The little, haven't got them there, have I? The little Halloween treat boxes last week. No, the Halloween treat boxes were the week before. Last week we did poppies. And this particular lady, she comes with her friend, they're neighbours. And one of the ladies does a lot of knitting. She hasn't, her sight is not as great as it used to be, but she can still knit, but sometimes she can't see the stitches so well. So she can knit. I can knit without looking at my work a lot of the time. But she knew yesterday that she'd done something wrong. And she said to me, oh, Lynn, can you just look at this and see what? And basically she'd knitted three three rows of lilac. She was doing lilac and white. She was doing 2 rows white, 2 rows lilac, and she had inadvertently knitted 3. And she realised what she'd done, but because her sight is not as good as it used to be, she was unable to unpick it without maybe dropping the stitches or something. So I said, oh, give it to me, and I unpicked it very quickly. And then she was off again and doing more, and it was just lovely to see that she was so keen on doing her knitting. And her friend wanted to do paper craft, so I did one of these with her friend, and the lady I did this with, she was absolutely thrilled to bits. It is so simple. I mean, it looks a bit complicated. It's not. It starts off as 2 pieces. This is 2 bits put together. So I've cut this shape twice, and then I put one there and one there. Sorry, I can't do it in reverse. And basically that all folds up, and then it becomes a little box. But you can make these little cut out. I have a die cutter, and that cuts out these shapes. I haven't finished cutting this shape yet. I was doing this while I was watching No, was I watching? No, it was something else I was watching. And so I haven't poked all the bits out of this yet, but I will not have a problem because I have my pokey tool. Now, before I started crafting, I didn't know that pokey tools existed. It's very sharp. I got to be careful I don't poke myself with it. But I never knew pokey tools existed. Then when I started watching the craft shows last year, they were talking about a pokey tool, and I thought it was a joke. I thought, oh, what's a pokey tool? I wonder what it's really called. And do you know what? It really is called. Hello, Tina. Coming in on Facebook. So this is actually called a pokey tool because it pokes all those little bits out. That's gone through the die cutting machine, and all those little filigree bits need to be popped out. And this is just the tool to do it. So I thought I'd show you my pokey tool. You can never have too many pokey tools because they always seem to get lost. But I've managed to find that one. And another tool that I use that is so useful to me is this. And it was one of my lovely people in this community who told me about this. This is a telescopic magnet. I'm fine, Tina, thank you. Yeah, telescopic magnet. And this is a marvellous because I'm always dropping my little dies. So the little dies are the metal bits, the metal shapes that cut round things like this. So it's like a little cutter, and you put, just looking. This is a die. That's a happy birthday die. So you put it on the card in the machine, and you push. My machines that I'm using at the moment are hand ones. You can get electronic ones, but I like the hand ones better. And you put that through with the card in like a plastic sandwich. You've got cutting plates on the top and the bottom, and then it goes through, and then it cuts out all those beautiful things. So if you think I've sat and cut all those by hand, no, I haven't. I've used a machine and have lots of fun. But that's a big die, but sometimes you get teensy weensy little dies. Teensy weensy little dies, and they all fall on the floor. And of course, I'm not as bendy as I used to be. And I can't bend down like I used to. But one of you lovely people told me, oh, Danny! Danny's watching me on YouTube. Danny is one of my travel buddies, and he's watching me on YouTube, and he sent me a message with a picture of me on YouTube because I can see it behind the phone's here and the computer's on there, and I've got Facebook live stream on behind here, so I can see, but I haven't got the sound on because you know what happens, I get it all muddled and then you can't hear anything and it's horrible. But he's also sent me a picture of me, and he sent me a lovely message. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. I'll let you know when I'm traveling again. Are you coming down our way anytime soon? So Danny and I met on the platform. I can't remember which platform we met on. Which platform did we meet on, Danny? And why don't you come in and chat in the broadcast if you like? We're all very friendly in here. Right, okay. So there we go. I'll be the first to know. Right, when you're going on another trip. Right, okay. So this back to my my magnetic well, no, it's a telescopic magnet. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh dear, I get so tongue-tied. Anyway, I had been talking in one of my broadcasts about dropping my dies and always having to try and get down and pick them up. And somebody told me about this. Well, this isn't the first one I bought. I bought one off Amazon and it was about $3.99. And then I mislaid it. You wouldn't believe it, would you? You wouldn't believe that I could do something like that. Anyway, I mislaid my magnet and I got this one. And this one is, wow. This is amazing because the other one was much smaller. And this is very, very powerful. So not only can I pick things up off the floor without bending, but I can reach and get them as well. And this was a godsend to me because in my bedroom, my bed is pushed against a wall, and so the headboard is against the wall. And at the end of my bed, I've got a chest of drawers. So I can't move my bed around very much anytime soon without moving the chest of drawers, and I don't want to. But I managed, when I was crafting on my bed, to lose one of my dies down the back of the bed. And I couldn't get my hand, I couldn't see. I knew it was there. I managed, I think I peered and I managed to see that it was down on the floor behind the bed. But the headboard was close against the wall and I couldn't get it. And I couldn't pull the bed out. And my arm wouldn't go through. Good evening, Ailey. Nice to see you. So I got this. But once I got this, when I was trying to put this down there, I couldn't see down and do this at the same time. It wasn't a good option. It wasn't working. But what I did was I put this down the end of the bed and wiggled it around along the carpet, and eventually it found the die on the magnet and it brought it up to me. So there we go. I got my die back. I also don't know if I told you folks, but my friends the other day were around and they went to empty the vacuum cleaner and it was very, very full. And they were just going to throw the rubbish away in the bin like most people would do, your vacuum cleaner rubbish into the bin. No, I wouldn't let them do that. I had to go through the vacuum cleaner bag. It was foul, but my little dies sometimes get up in the vacuum cleaner and I would be so sad if I lost one of them. So I go through the vacuum cleaner bag before I throw the rubbish away. Oh dear. And I've got another vacuum cleaner story. I don't know if my daughter's still on here, but she'll probably know what I'm going to allude to. Let's see. So Shane says it's starting to get cold outside, being in November. It is getting a bit cold now. Still very mild though, So Steve's put one of his heaters on. Tina's saying, how are you? Steve thinks this is so clever and handy. Absolutely. It's very handy as long as I don't lose it. Okay. And the pokey tool, I kept losing pokey tools, and I've also have tools. I have tweezers, I have a bone folder, which is a thing for pressing down on creases and making sharp creases. And I had a few of these things and I was always losing them. So I bought myself, I think I showed you last week, I haven't got it here, it's in the other room. I bought myself a little zip-up wallet thing that had the pokey tool and had all those tools in. And now when I finish my crafting, I look in, I see what's missing, I put it back in, I zip it up, and then I don't lose the things. You'd think by the age of 74 I might have worked out how not to lose things, but you know what? It is what it is. So anyway, going back to, hang on, Oh, Shane can't afford to put his heating on. I hope. Have you got a hot water bottle, Shane? Or have you got some nice blankets, maybe? That that could help, couldn't it? Good evening, Heather. She's saying, good evening, beautiful friend. I've just got home from grocery shopping. There we go. Well, I hope you got all you needed and got some lovely, nice goodies. I've just had a lovely salad. I did one of my rainbow salads just before I came on live broadcast, and I had some some plain yogurt with strawberries and blueberries and blackberries. I finished the raspberries yesterday, so I didn't have those. And what else did I have? Oh, and then I put some strawberry flavouring on, because Slimming World, I can have all that yogurt, no sins, and then I can flavour it with some nice strawberry flavouring. So that's good. So I had a lovely that, and I've got my cup of coffee here, and I put flavouring in my coffee too. When I discovered the flavour drops, my granddaughter had already discovered them, and she put some in her coffee, and I thought, oh, I'm going to try that. And now I don't like my coffee without. She put the hazelnut one in. Sometimes I put a toffee flavouring in. Sometimes it's hazelnut. Today it is. What did I put? Oh, I put toffee in. No, I didn't. I put hazelnut this evening. Heather's saying it sounds delicious what I had. She had garlic lemon chicken breast and broccoli for lunch. Jolly good. That's it. Keep up the greens. That's really good and healthy for you. So that's nice. Talking of food, I don't know if I showed you this last week. Whoops, hang on. My new Slimming World recipe book, Christmas crackers. And look at that pavlova. And this is all lovely, super food for Christmas, or any time really. You don't have to have it at Christmas. Ultimate pigs in blankets, sausage and chestnut stuffing balls. But it's how to do Christmas and not put the weight on. A sweet potato, chickpea and chestnut loaf. That looks nice. That's the sort of thing I know I will like. Let's have a look else. Night before fish pie. Night before Christmas fish pie. There we go. What else? Side of salmon on papillote. Oh my goodness. And lots of lovely recipes for Christmas here. But they won't just be for Christmas. Christmas spaghetti bolognese, baked ham with cherry sauce and pickled sprouts. Who likes sprouts? Don't all shout at once. There's lots of people who don't like them, but I'm one of those who do like them. So anyway, this I got free because I booked the next 12 weeks at Slimming World, booked and paid for what they call a countdown for Slimming World for the next 12 weeks, because I am not leaving Slimming World anytime soon. You get 2 free weeks if you do that, and you get, on this countdown, we got this book free. Steve likes sprouts. Well done. There we go. Lots of people do, and lots of people don't. And Heather loves sprouts. Shane does only fresh. Right. And he had bar lamb. All right. Let's go back a bit because I missed 1 or 2 of the comments. I paired all my knitting needles. My knitting needles fell all over the floor. Oh, my lights decided to turn itself off. Never mind, you can still see me. I've got a light on over there. This one up here, for some reason, every now and again, it switches itself off. But I can see you, and I think you can see me. So I'm not going to fiddle about with it in case I knock it down. And I've got coffee on the table, and we don't want that sort of disaster, do we? We don't want it to be a disaster, darling. That's what Craig Revel Hallwood, one of the judges on Strictly Come Dancing, that's what he says. It's a disaster. Right, okay. Right, let's go. 2 years today that the puppies all the community made went up on the net on the church steeple. So Ailey knows better than me what went on in the GoLiveGranny community 2 years ago. But yes, 2 years ago I was very ill. I was incubating pneumonia, if you remember, and I know because with the poppies, I was putting all the poppies onto the net at the church, and I was coughing and coughing and coughing. I was poorly. The church was cold. and I was doing all that. But Hayley knows. You must have seen it in the did you see it in the memories? Did it pop up in your Facebook memories, Hayley? If it did, can you share it? Kath loves sprouts. Well done, Kath. There we go. And Heather loves sprouts. Let's go. So Steve had his heater off for ages though, Shane, wrapped up with loads of layers. Yes. So because I was so ill with pneumonia, I would not turn my heating off to try and save money because I was so ill. So I would, you know, I would wrap up and put layers on and not have the heating so hot, but there's no way I would put my heating off, you know. And I said to, you know, to friends, I said, you know, there's no point in trying to save money and then ending up dead because you made yourself too cold with pneumonia, which is, you know, I know because I nearly went there. Not by choice, I can tell you. So anyway, but it's very mild here at the moment, and I have got my heating on, but only very low here now. So Kath is tagging Corrie and Yvonne. Thank you, Kath. And Heather says, yes, I can see you. So that's good. And you can see my poppy scarf. Actually, this was my mummy's poppy scarf. My mum had several poppy scarves, and I had several poppy scarves. And now my mum isn't with us anymore. I inherited all her scarves. And there is Tracy. She's had a birthday this week, haven't you, Tracy? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you. I think I sang to you last week, but I'm singing to you again now, whether you like it or not. Good evening. Sorry you're late. You've been busy wrapping the last of your Christmas presents. Oh, go away. I have actually done some Christmas shopping. I'm usually the last of the minute Lil, but I have done bits of Christmas shopping for some of the family already. Anyway, I hope you had a nice birthday, Tracy. I'm pretty sure you did. And Tracy, you and I, we need to get together. We need to celebrate your birthday by us getting together, okay? Kath says, wow, Tracy, that's amazing. That means Kath is impressed that you've done all your Christmas shopping and you've got it all wrapped up nearly. It's a wrap. Is that what you said? It's a wrap. Wait a minute, Sam, what's Sam saying? I can't, oh, hang on. Elizabeth saying, a note. They were amazing as well. Sorry, I've lost a bit the thread there. Shane's got lots of layers on when very, very, very cold. And Ailey likes Scottish sprouts. Elizabeth likes sprouts too. And Steve is wishing Tracy a happy birthday. And Heather's 56 on Thursday the 7th. So you have a birthday this week because it's the third today. So this Thursday. So last Thursday was Tracy's birthday. And this next Thursday is Heather's birthday. So we better sing to Heather too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather. Happy birthday to you. And you know what? If I could get to them, I would go and get my birthday hat and my birthday glasses. But I can't because there's a pile of stuff on my bed again. I had to do lots of tidying. I'm always tidying, you know that. I'm always tidying, but I'm always making a mess too, so I have to keep on tidying. But those of you who were in the beginning of the broadcast know that tomorrow I'm having my bathroom conversion started. So the bath is going out. I'm having a shower where I can sit down in the shower, and I'm having one of those posh toilets that, you know, has water, you know, it's one of those swishy ones that you can wash with. And new floor covering, and, you know, they're doing an extractor fan and all that. So all sorts of things. Steve, birthday tomorrow. Who's got a birthday tomorrow? Shane, is it your birthday or is it Steve's birthday or whose? So anyway, everybody wishing happy birthday. Heather says she's honoured. What? Because I sang to you? Some people wouldn't be honoured because I sang, because my siblings always told me off and said I couldn't sing very well, so shut up. That wasn't very. They were all musical, and I wasn't. But I enjoy myself, and I don't care. So let's go back and just touch that now. That's it. Excellent. So so lots of birthdays around now. I've got one of my sons has a birthday this month. One of the partners of my children has a birthday this month. My sister has a birthday this month. Heather says I'm a treasure and honoured to be. She's honoured to be my friend. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, Steve's birthday is the 4th. Right. Which Steve? Is this Steve? Window cleaner Steve? And there, Kath is now on. Kath came in on Facebook, but she's now on YouTube. And look, she's putting you some pictures up. She's got cake. She's got champagne flute. She's got another cake and some streamers. And Shane said no, so I'm a bit confused now. No, not me. Yours. Oh, Steve's birthday's in June. Okay, well we'll sing to you in June. And Heather's thanking Kath there. So lots of people interacting. I love this community. I love the way you all interact with each other, and whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube, it doesn't matter. You're sharing across, and it doesn't matter if we've got a small group or a big group. I had some silly guy the other day who came and trolled me, and he said I was a bit rubbish because I hadn't got 3 million viewers like he had. I put him in his place. I said, I'm a 74-year-old granny. I do not want 3 million people to interact with. I think I'd get a bit tired. I get tired anyway. So I don't want to interact with. I haven't heard from him since. Steve is drawing as he's watching. That's good. Yes, absolutely. Please don't stop what you're doing if you can carry on doing that while you're entertaining. I knit when I'm watching TV or that sort of thing. Good morning, Hazel. Hazel's saying good morning. For those of you who don't know why Hazel's saying good morning, she's saying good morning because she's coming in from Australia where it is morning. Even though for us here in the UK it's evening. A very nice evening on Sunday evening. And it's been a lovely week. So I've had a lot of lovely time. That's Shane saying good for me to put him in his place. Once upon a time, I wouldn't have ever stood up to anybody. And then I got bolder and bolder. And now I will put people in their place. Why did he think I wanted 3 million viewers? Is this some sort of status symbol? I would rather have a small bunch of lovely people like you interacting with me than 3 million people I couldn't possibly ever get to talk to. It's not beauty in the numbers, it's beauty in the actual people coming in. And I do look forward to my Sunday evenings now. Never know what I'm going to ramble on about, but I never seem to be short of something to say. As a friend said to me, you can talk for England. And did you see I've had my nails done? It was pamper time this week. I was looking at my nails, and of course I have my nails done, and then when they grow, this bottom bit then has no polish on right at the bottom where the nails have grown. And I looked at them and I thought, oh dear, I better go and get my nails done soon. And I thought I'd only had these done 3 weeks ago, but I'd actually had them done 4 weeks ago. And I do like sparkle, as you know. And I had been having when I first had my nails done, and the reason I started having my nails done is because one of you lovely people in my community said, Lynn, will you do some crafting on camera? So I got my nails done, and I've never done the crafting yet, and I've had my nails done again and again. This is one of my special treats to me. So I like having my nails done because I talk with my hands, and so it's nice to have pretty. I didn't have pretty nails before, and I didn't do them myself. I couldn't be bothered. There's a lovely nail bar down in Ryde at the bottom of Union Street, nearly down to the sea. And I went in there, and I liked what they did. First time I went in there, I didn't know what I was going to have. And they're all Oriental people, and they do speak English, but not a great amount of English. and they don't interact with you. I interact with other customers now, because I found it really funny when the people doing your nails actually weren't talking to you. They would talk to you enough to know what you wanted them to do, but you know, not that I like that interaction. Maybe that's why I like doing this. Anyway, that first time I went, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know really what to ask for, and I was sitting on there's a row of seats for having your fingernails done, and then there's 3 seats at the end where you can have your feet. You can have a pedicure, and you're in a different bigger chair, and you put your feet in water and all that. And so then I was sitting on the end of the seats for the manicure, and I was next to a lady who was having a pedicure. And I said, oh, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I can have. So she whipped out her phone and she found some lovely designs on Pinterest. And we found something I liked, and then I had it done. So for the first 2 or 3 times I had it done, Shane's saying, how do I talk with my hands? No, I just am very expressive. If you watch me, you see me waving my hands around like that. I haven't learnt sign language. I want to learn Makaton. I want to learn some of these things so I could communicate with other people. But no, I just mean that I when I talk with my hands, it's part of how I express myself. Do you understand it now, Shane? That's what I mean. And Heather was saying, but does he really have 3 million people? Do you know what, Heather? I don't know whether he does, and to be honest, I don't care. He was just some horrible show-off who was trying to put me down, and instead of which I gave him a ticking off, and he left. And he's never bothered me again. So there we go. I had to put him in his place because I just had to. There we go. So right. So you understand what I mean, Shane? Jolly good. If you don't ever understand, always ask, because you know we want people to know what's going on here. And we love it when you interact. It's really nice. It's just, you know, it's just a lovely place to be here on a Sunday evening. So I start a story, then I go off somewhere else, and off somewhere else. I don't know if I ever finished any of my stories. I don't think I finished telling you about my box that I was making, did I, or anything else? But it doesn't matter. If you want to know something and I didn't finish the story, let me know. Hello! Corrie coming in from Northern Ireland. Hello, Corrie, there on Facebook. Nice to see you. Nice. Let me just have another swig of my coffee. So, nails. I was talking about nails. Oh, yes. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy, you get another gold star. Oh, hang on a minute. You haven't had any gold stars anytime soon. Right. I need to address that. I got some gold wool. Will that do? Can I knit you a star? Look at this lovely gold wool. It's glittery. Look at that. And I've got some silver glittery. Look. There we go. Anyway, let's finish the nails off, then we'll come to the wool. And look at this ball of wool. Whoa! That's a big ball of wool. So, yes, when I first had my nails done, I had them in sort of lilacs and purples and that sort of tealy turquoisey colour. Yes, Heather, that gold and silver glitter wool is gorgeous, and I'll show you what I've been doing with it in a minute. Yes, so I would have, because lilac and purples are my favorite colors. Well, I think I'm changing a bit now. I don't know, but always been very much keen on purple ever since I was little, and so I had those colors, but I had to have sparkle. You've always got to have sparkle. And Corrie is saying she's glad that she hasn't missed the wool. No, you haven't. Tracy's saying, yes, that's fine. I didn't arrange to meet as Tasha's been poorly and didn't want to pass anything on. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you, Tracy, because obviously, you know, having had a very weakened immune system 2 years ago, I don't really want to catch anything. So you know, much as I know people like to share, I'd rather they didn't share germs with me. I mean, I feel fine at the moment, and long may it last. But I hope that Tasha is feeling better now. Is she on the mend? I hope she is, because that's not nice being poorly, is it? So anyway, we wish her lots of good, happy, getting well vibes, I think we'll say. Shall we call it the getting well vibes? Let's do that. So I don't know. So yes, so back to the nails. Back to the nail bar. So the lady the lady sitting next to me on that first occasion helped me out on Pinterest, and now I go on Pinterest a lot to look at the nails, and I've got a collection of nails that I like. But of course I look at other nails, and then some of them are very long like talons, or some of them are very square and that, and they're done in different colors, and then I'm trying to work out what would they look like on. See, I like this shape for my nails. We're all different, and nothing's right or wrong, but this shape suits me. And then I have to think, what would that look like? And then sometimes you can't see the thumb when they've photographed their hands. It's very difficult to photograph with your thumb in it. And then I'm thinking, what have they done on the thumb? What shall I have done on the thumb? Because you can have all different things. Last week I just had the ring fingers with patterns on, but it was sparkle, white and sparkle. But I went for this colour. Can you type in Pinterest short round nail ideas? I expect you can. Tracy. I haven't done it. I just put nails, nail art or things like that, and it all comes up. So I expect I could put in that, because it would be easier to look at it on the same shape as me, because it's a bit harder to imagine when they're square or when they're long. But I'll try that, Tracy, next time. I've got 4 weeks before I have it done again. But last time I went, I was going to have lilac nails or purple nails, and I was sitting next to a lady who chose this colour. And I thought, my goodness, I like that colour. Of course, I wear a lot of reds and those sort of things, because that's one of my wow colours. If you type in short nail ideas, it will give you the better option. Oh, so you're telling me, not asking me. Thank you, Tracy. Sorry, I'm a bit muddled. So you're telling me rather than asking me. That's a good idea. I will follow that. I get so many good ideas from this wonderful community. And Kath saying gorgeous wool. Well, some of that wool's been knitted already, and I will show you in a minute. But I'll try and finish the story about the nails. I don't ever finish one story, I don't think, at all. Never mind. I should make it a competition. I should start the story and get you all to finish the story off. Maybe. I don't know. We'd have lots of different endings, wouldn't we? So anyway, last time I was at the nail bar, the lady next to me, to the left of me, she had this colour, and I thought, that's a gorgeous colour. So I said, well, I want that colour too. Hi, Donna. And so I did. And then this time I just went for it. This was a little bit more fancy than the previous one. And those gems across the middle are put on one at a time. The very jazzy bit was painted on. And then the bit across the middle is little individually put on. Well, I know how easy how that is now, because when I do my craft work, I found, one of the tools I have is, I haven't got it here on the desk. I've got my pokey tool, and I've got my magnetic telescope. Whatever that's called. And I forgot what I was saying. Elizabeth loves my nails. Thank you. Shane's working on a B&S petrol engine tomorrow to get the crank right. Okay, well, I hope that works out for you, Shane. Have you got a workshop, or are you doing it outside? Hope if you're doing it outside, it's not too cold. So yes, so I know what I was saying about the tool. So the guy was using a pickup tool, so it's a little thing, and you press it down, and it picks up the gems and puts them on. Now you see. Thank you, the gems. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy's trying to keep me on track. That's another gold star for you, Tracy. It will be, you get 100 gold stars if you actually keep me on track. You're trying to. I'm not making it easy for you. But anyway, so yes, so when I put gems on my cards, I now know I've now got a pickup tool. So you've got all those little tiny gems, and you want to put them on the card. There's a little tool that you can put on the gem, and it's like a little waxy bit on the end, and it picks the gems up, and then you can pop them on and put them on the glue. I've learned so many tricks over the last year about all these crafty things and whatever. But also I've been knitting like a trooper again. I sort of lost my love of knitting while I was in recovery from pneumonia, but I did craft because I did paper craft. But I've suddenly come back with a vengeance to the knitting. So there's various projects that I need to finish that have been long time in the making or in the background. So I need to dig all the things out that need finishing. But then, of course, I see Helen of Isle of Wool. We have the most amazing wool shop in Ryde. And Helen runs the Isle of Wool. She does mail order. I think she does international, but she certainly does national. And I think if you spend £40 in the UK, you get free postage. I don't get her to post to me because I live in Ryde. So if I want something, if I want her to save it, I would ring up and pay for it and then go and collect it. Because then I don't want her to pay postage when I live in the town. So if I couldn't get into the shop, then I would. But she put up, I think I had this wool. Did I have this wool in the last broadcast? No, I don't think I did. So she put a post on Facebook about this amazing wool. And that's not the only one I've got. Hang on. Oops. The engine's in the shed. Okay. Excellent. I know you meant putting, not purring, Tracy. That's all right. And I don't buy my wool in Isle of Wool just because she has purple shopping bags. Hello, Abby. Nice to see you. So this is one of the balls of wool, right? So that's got red and white. These are random balls, so you don't know how it's going to knit. This one's got green and white and red. Look, this one's mostly green and white, I think. This is wonderful wool. It's lovely and soft, but she's got it on an absolute bargain. Oops, hang on. Whoa, oof, I'm having an avalanche on my desk. Oh no, oh my goodness. There's an avalanche going on here. Right, so, and I've put my wool on my keyboard and it's making all the computer go mad. So anyway, so look, I couldn't help myself. I had to go and buy some. She has got 1,000 balls, or she bought 1,000 balls of this. It was a mega good deal that she was offered by King Cole. These balls should be £8.80 each because there's 200 grams there. So that would be an £8.80 worth of wool. A lot of these come in 100-gram ball, but these are 200. She's selling them for £4 instead of £8.80. What is not to love? And last weekend, when she got them in, before last weekend, I said, oh, well, I better save some. And she said, no, I don't think I'm going to sell out very quick, that quickly, because I've got 1,000 balls. And she's got them all around the shop. There's some piled up there and some piled up there. I mean, this will go. It won't hang around a long time, but, it's marvellous. And it random knits. So you don't know how far along it's going to go from red to white. And I did start knitting with it. It's lovely and soft. It's a chenille wool. Wait a minute, let me put that down. Because I did start making a cardigan for one of my little grandchildren. Whoops. Oh dear, I need a table in. I haven't got a table to put on this on. So look, that's the cardigan I started knitting. I thought, oh, that's going to knit up ever so fast because it's fat needles and fat wool. That's, that, and it's nice to knit with. It's lovely and soft to knit with. So I started knitting it, and that's how it came out. I just started at the end of the ball and knitted, and the first bit came out green, and then it went red, like that. So that's the back. And then I started, it's only for a little grandchild. So then I started the side. And this is what happened. Whoops, hang on. No. So I started one of the fronts. And that's the front bit of the cardigan. It's quite small, isn't it? I don't think it'll fit me. But my granddaughter is only 3. And so that was one of the fronts. Then I started doing the other front, and it came out like this. And I am not quite sure whether I'm going to like the randomness of that. Do you? Jury's out. Do you like the randomness of this, or would you prefer it to be more symmetrical? I don't know. You know, it doesn't matter because I can undo it. It knitted up so fast. But you know, you could knit hats and things. It has. I love making some of those things with random wool. I used to make the smoothie hats with random wool, and it was lovely watching the way the pattern came out. But I can't work out at the minute whether I want it like that or whether I would rather have it mostly red like this one. But you know, so I've put it on pause for a minute, and I will pick it up. But I did that in such a short space of time because it's big needles and very simple patterns and lovely fluffy wool. So so I will finish this and I will make her sister one. So that's my 2 smallest grandchildren. But they're going to get lucky because when I went in Isle of Wool that date and bought that wool. So I bought did I buy that day or did I? No. I bought 3 balls. I don't know how much I want because I don't know what I'm going to knit, but I want to knit a lot more things. And I thought, well, I'll have a ball that's mainly green and white, a ball that's mainly red and white, and one that's all 3 colours, and see how they work out and see how it knits up and then decide what I'm going to do. So that was that. And then I don't know whether that's the same day I found the gold and the silver, which are these ones. So there's the gold. There's the silver. Look. And let's just, did I miss anything out? No, I don't think so. I think I'm keeping up with the comments so far. And so I bought a red one this day as well, and I've been making, oh yes, look, I used the red one on this. This is a chocolate orange cover, and can you see that red is sparkling? I think you can see that it's sparkling. And so I bought the red for that, but then I saw the silver and the gold, and I thought, you know what, I've got to have those. And then, do you know what I thought? I knitted, you know, I'd come back and I'd knitted with the red one, and then I looked at them and I thought, you know what, they make nice cardigans for my grandchildren. More cardigans for my grandchildren. I haven't knitted for them. I haven't knitted a lot in the past, but now I want to. So I decided that I would knit them cardigans, and I decided that I was going to knit. I was going to get a pattern. I probably got a pattern. I got hundreds of patterns indoors, and I get it in magazines and everything. But I wanted to go and buy a specific pattern. I wasn't sure what, and this is what I decided to do: the ballet cardigan. Right? Okay. So I started it last night. This knits up very fast. This wool. It's lovely and soft, and it's very easy. Well, I thought it was very easy, the pattern, and don't forget, I've knitted for years. But I shouldn't knit when I'm tired, or I shouldn't try and make shaping things when I'm tired, because I started the front of this, and then it shapes. But I started shaping it, and I didn't read the whole sentence. So it was shaping on one side of the front, but at the same time you had to do something else on the so you know, one bit of the front goes to the middle and the other bit goes down the side. I don't know if I'm making any sense here. I hope I am. So you have to shape them on both sides, and on one side you shape it at row 3 and 6, and on the other you do it on different numbered rows. And I hadn't read the whole sentence, so I did the shaping on one side and then realised I should have been shaping the other bit at the same time as I was shaping that one. So I had to quickly undo it and do it again, and I started to do it again, and then I thought, you know what, I'm tired. This is not a good idea to do that in the evening. I need to do that earlier in the day. So I put that down and decided I would make the back. I make the back of it because that would be easier, because this has got a crossover bit, so obviously it's doing all that different shaping. So I did. I got the back, I got the wool, and I knitted the back. So this is the left front, okay? That's as far as I got, and decided to put it down until I was more wide awake. And then I started the back. So I've done this, and on this one it shapes evenly both sides. So look, that's where you get for the armhole. So that's that bit, and then that's the armhole shaping on one side and the other side. And I thought, oh, that's great. You know, it's going to be easy peasy. No doing this bit on this side and that bit on that side. And then, of course, I got to the end of the shaping, and then it said, and to finish it off, measure it against your front and match it and measure it the same length. Well, since I hadn't finished this bit, I couldn't do that bit because this bit's not finished, so I don't know what length it's going to be. So I was sorted. I wanted to get one piece finished, and I had to stop at that point because that's where I need to know how long this has got to be, and the only way I can tell is by finishing this bit and putting it against it. Sometimes it just says, oh, make it, you know, so many inches long, but it didn't. So that was that. So anyway, not only am I going to knit them the cardigans, but look, they've got leg warmers. What do you think? Nice sparkly leg warmers. Who wouldn't want them? I want some nice sparkly leg warmers, but these ones won't fit. I'll have to find some others. So I happened to buy other patterns. Now, would that surprise you? I'm not quite sure if it would surprise you, but I've got so many patterns I could start a wool shop myself. But it's a bit of an attraction to me. So I went in with my navy Nora, which is my trolley, which is, you know, my walking aid, and I also can sit on it because, you know, up where the patterns are, there aren't any seats. Further down the shop there are, but I would have to go and get a book and then come back. So I sat on my navy Nora, just, you know, like I owned the shop. Oh, I got a lovely white one. Look, that's sparkly as well. I don't know if you can see that. That's lovely for snowmen and things like that. And look, so I've got enough to make them cardigan. One of them's going to have a silver cardigan. One of them's going to have a gold cardigan, and they're going to have their matching leg warmers. But I didn't know which way round to do them. Whether to do the little one in silver and the bigger girl in gold, or whether the other way round. What I'll do, I've started the little one in silver. The next one will be gold. If they want them the other way round, then I'll just knit 2 more cardigans the other way round. I don't mean I'll put the cardigans back to front. I mean I'll do them in the different sizes. So I thought, right, I'm really getting back into my knitting big time. And so I thought, right, I'm going to make some more cardigans after Christmas for the kiddies. And I found that nice one. Whoops. That one. And then there's a jumper on the back. So that's nice. And those ones, that's lovely wool. This is King Cole. And they've obviously used King Cole wool. And those are I think those are random balls that come out in a random pattern like that. So, you know, that's just how it knits. So we'll do that, but I'm not getting wool for that anytime soon because I've got so much to do before Christmas. And then look at this lovely cardigan. I thought I might make that one as well. And there's a waistcoat there. And then what else? Oh, this. I loved this. Look, you might see me in a pineapple hat sometime soon. What's not to love? What about the watermelon hat or the strawberry hat? Look, do you like those hats? I think they're cute. And then, some Christmas knits. I could probably do some of these without a pattern, but do you know what? I just like having the books. Do you like having books or patterns or things like that? And I love, it's like the recipe books. I love just poring over the books, just sitting there and looking. So there was something particular. I love that. Look, the little shoes to go on the chairs at Christmas. Because I've got nothing else to do, why don't I make some shoes to go on the chairs? Except that my daughter will, when we're all there will be about 13 of us if we're all together at one stage. So that's 13 chairs times 4. You do the maths. That's 26 times 2. 52. Is that 52 shoes, I think? Is that 52 shoes? Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. And then, I've never ever made Christmas, adult Christmas jumpers. And I just thought I might do it. I don't know what time I've got. I don't know how quickly they make up. But, before, when I wanted to do these sorts of things, I was working or I was out and about in the community. But now I spend so much time at home that maybe I could, get some of these done. If not, I'm going to love looking at the pictures anyway. So that was those. Let's see, what else have I got to tell you? Ooh, hang on. Was there anything else? No, that's all the wool in there. So there was sparkle there. There was sparkle here. Oh, I forgot to bring my... Oh, I've got new sparkly Crocs. Who spotted the sparkly Crocs? My new sparkly Crocs on my Facebook page. They are ruby red sparkly shoes. And I was seen in a little video tapping my heels together and saying there's no place like home. And one of my bargains that was, because Crocs, I wear Crocs all the time. I was advised a long time ago that they were really good for you, good for your posture and all that. So that's why I like my Crocs. And I have silver Crocs, sparkly silver, and I have so many people come up to me and say, oh, I like your Crocs. I'm thinking of getting some of those gibbets, the charms that go on them. I want to see if I can get some Christmassy ones, the sparkly ones as well, because I think that's what I should be. I should have those on my shoes next. Anyway, recently they came up with the sparkly red ones and the sparkly cerise. Well, I looked, and the cerise colour sold out very quickly, but the red was there, and I put them in my basket. I did my usual trick. Put them in the basket and didn't buy them. But of course, Crocs is a top cashback site, and you know how I love telling you all about cashback and how I get cashback on nearly everything I buy, and Crocs was no exception. So the Crocs were £50. I didn't really want to pay £50. I wanted something a bit cheaper than that, but I did need some new. Well, did I need some new Crocs, or could I just stick with one silver pair? I needed them. Well, no, I didn't need them. I wanted them. So I put them in the shopping basket, but I was thinking, will I buy them? Won't I buy them? I want them on an offer. I don't want to pay full price, because I don't like paying full price for anything. Anyway, I don't know whether it was the fact that I'd had them in the shopping basket or what it was, but later in the week I was offered 15% off my purchase. Well, 15% was not to be sneezed at, was it? And also, as I say, it was a cashback. I could get cash back on it, and it was not one of the tiny percentages. It was a better percent. It was about 8%, which is quite good for those things. So I got some money off there, and I think I ended up. So I didn't pay postage, because over a certain amount the postage is free. They don't. In the past, they haven't sent to the Isle of Wight, and I've had to have them sent to my daughter, and then she's had to pay postage to send them to me, which I refunded. But I'm just trying to think. So if I'm going to hers, I would have them sent there, and then I could bring them back. But I know that I've had to, do that. Anyway, I thought I'm just going to look on the website and see if they deliver to the Isle of Wight. And bingo, this time they do. I don't know what's changed and why they, you know, they some companies do and some companies don't, and I don't understand, you know, why. And some people think that, you know, we're some foreign parts, but we're not. We're only just over the water from Southampton and Portsmouth. We're very near the mainland. Anyway, I lost my thread again. I must be more careful, mustn't I? So eventually, I think I actually paid on the day £42 for the Crocs. And don't forget, these are to help. These are good for my posture. My footman said that was really good, you know, to have them. So I thought, right, okay. So I paid £42, but they actually cost me less than that because, of course, the cashback's paid back after you've made your purchase, and I got over £3 back on my Crocs order. So those Crocs, you know, by being patient and whatever and thinking about it, they cost me under £40, which was good because I didn't want to pay £50, and I didn't really want to pay £40, so I paid less than that, and I was well chuffed. And now they've sent me a £15 voucher for my next purchase. Well, I'm waiting for the pink ones to come back into stock because I don't want to wear red ones with my pink outfits, and I don't want to wear pink ones with my red outfit. I could, of course, just wear silver with all of them, but, you know, just rings the changes a bit, doesn't it? And, you know, got to do one or two of these things. So, and this week I had my hair cut. It was looking really rather nice, but then I put a hat on top of it because I could. Because I found my hat. I didn't know where my hat was. And then when I tidied the bedroom, because if you remember last week, my friend was here making my cupboards into wardrobes. And then I was so excited in the week. I was hanging all the clothes up on the rails, you know, because now I had rails. Why would I not hang all the clothes up instead of having them in a heap? And it was so exciting. I found clothes I'd forgotten I had. I found clothes I didn't even know I had because when my mum passed, a lot of her stuff came to my flat. Now my flat's small, and all these parcels and things came in. And of course, when you're in grief, you don't actually really want to start going through all those things. And so it was a long time before I even started looking at them. And then, of course, I was very ill. So all that combination meant that's why it's 3 years since my mum passed, and I'm still finding stuff that mum had that I didn't know about. But now, as I say, I've got the wardrobe, so I can, you know, hang up. And so I did that, you know, by having my friend do the wardrobes. He very kindly offered that, and it meant that it was done for the cost of just the rails. Mind you, you know, there are treats in store. One treat was issued today. There are more treats possibly in the pipeline. You've got to, haven't you? You've got to treat the people who do nice things for you. So, and sometimes you treat the people who don't, but that's fine. We do it all. Just love you all. I wish I could do presents for everybody, but you've got my presents even if you haven't got presents. You know, presents as in me being here. Oh dear, I'm talking in riddles now, aren't I? So anyway, are you all still out there? Nobody's commented for a while, so I think you've all gone to sleep. So maybe I have to shout and wake you up. Maybe I'm boring you all. I don't know. Anyway, so I wanted to get now don't forget, I had not bought any clothes for a long time. And when I was big, I didn't want to. And also I was trying to save money. You're still there, lovely. Thank you. And so when I was big, I didn't want to buy things because, you know, it wasn't a nice, you know, not a nice feel-good factor. But of course now I've got trousers that fall down. So I had to buy new things, otherwise I was going to be indecent. One of the new pairs of trousers that I bought didn't, you know, it fitted when I bought it, but then it didn't fit because I've lost 3 stone. So when I lost 2 stone, I bought 1 or 2 new things. I didn't go mad, because I had so many things that had come from Mum's, and now I've been hanging things up. I've been finding things that I didn't even know had come from Mum's, and they've got brand new labels on them. Some of them are new clothes. Anyway, she didn't have much in the trouser line. She had more in the top, the jumpers and t-shirts and things like that. And so yesterday I bought myself a pair of trousers, and they were, I won't say as cheap as chips because that makes them sound awful, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I just wanted something that was comfortable and warm. And I got a lovely pair for £15, and I thought that was a very good deal. So quite happy with that. And then I bought a sparkly top. I want to show you, but it's on the bed. Do you want me to show you? You might have to wait while I just go and push the other things off. I think it's got buried. I can show you, or I can put it on another time. But, I wanted something sparkly. I got sparkly nails, sparkly shoes, and I found a lovely sparkly top. And that was it. There were lots of lovely ones in there, but I chose one sparkly top and one pair of plain trousers. You love a sparkly top? Do you want to see it? Do you want me to go and get the sparkly top? You will have to talk amongst yourselves while I do that. I'm happy to go and get it. And they put it in such a beautiful bag. But I bought it in a shop. I've forgotten what the shop. Somebody says it's Cloud9. I don't know if it is. I can't remember what the shop's called. Not being rude, Lynn. Have you looked round the charity shops for trousers, especially if you're still losing? No, I haven't. Have they had some good ones there? Because I have looked at some of them and didn't find, but I must look a bit more. I must look a bit more. I will do that, Tracy. And if you see a bargain that you think that, but don't worry if you can't get get it. I can run and see. Wait a minute. But first of all, I want to tell you something else, because I gave myself another little treat this week. Get to it. Oh no. Okay. And if anybody knows anything about me, hello, Peter. Are you out streaming over Christmas? Love watching your live streams out and about. You look well, Pete and Donna. I am well, thank you. And Pete, was it you that I met in East Cowes? I keep meeting lots of people in different places, and I try to remember where I've met everybody. Yesterday in the nail bar, a lovely lady, Lauren, sat next to me, and she's looked me up online and she's connected with me online. And I said, if you connect with me online, tell me you sat next to me in the nail bar. Otherwise, I won't remember where I met you. So, one thing that I wanted to... one thing I don't like doing is ironing. Who likes ironing? I do not like ironing. I hate it with a vengeance. I buy clothes that don't need ironing most of the time now. So, Pete, I don't know if I'm streaming over Christmas. It was you, yes, Pete, yeah, and Donna. I did meet you. And that wasn't bad for the old memory, was it? Because I meet so many people, and I have all these names to remember, and I try so desperately hard. And I hate it if I get it wrong. But lovely. Thank you for coming in, Peter. And thank you for saying hello. It's nice. So here we are. Look, those of you on Facebook who can't see, there's Pete. He's over on YouTube. So just to explain, those of you on YouTube can't see the comments of the people coming in on Facebook. I'm streaming on StreamYard, and it's going out to YouTube and Facebook. And so there we are. Kath hates ironing. She used to do ironing all the time before she retired, but she doesn't iron now. No, I don't iron now, and I hate ironing. And I hate getting out an ironing board. I've got a big steam iron, and that's heavy for me now because, of course, I've got not so much strength in my wrists anymore. So things are more difficult for me to do. And, but I have a few things that I don't use or wear because they do need ironing. And I got one or two lovely pashmina scarves, and I love my scarves. And of course, when my lovely friend, did my wardrobe for me, made my cupboards into wardrobes last weekend, and I could hang all those clothes up. Clothes that were in the drawers now are hanging up, which meant I could fold all my scarves beautifully and put them in the drawer. And some of my beautiful scarves were very crumpled. and I wanted them, but I didn't want to get the iron out because, you know, sometimes the iron doesn't even do it on those things. You know, you iron away, you know, dashing away with a smoothing iron, dashing away. Oh, sorry, a song for every occasion. And so I haven't worn these beautiful scarves because they're crumpled and I wouldn't wear them like that. I've got a beautiful turquoise one. And but when I was in this shop, it used to be, oh, it used to be called Ladies' Realm. I think this shop in Ryde. I think it's that sort of shop. Anybody who knows Ladies' Realm on the island, it's that sort of shop. It's not that shop, but it's like it. And I think it's in the same position where that shop was. So when I was in there just browsing, because I keep going in and I browse and I browse and I browse and I think I like that. No, I'm not going to buy that today. And then I go back and I see if there's something else I like better, you know. So I just don't go buy and, you know, I've got to make the money work, you know. So anyway, if the prices are reasonable, and as I say, I've got a pair of trousers for £15, which, you know, that is very reasonable for a pair of trousers, and they were nice and warm and cozy. And so I just looked at this lady who worked there. And she was getting clothes out of boxes and hanging them up. And they were coming out of the boxes crumpled from the delivery. And she had a steamer. Any of you got a steamer for steaming your clothes rather than ironing them? And I was so impressed with this. So I went home and looked at them. And I could see them on Amazon and they were £40+ £30+ I didn't want to spend that. You know, I've got to be careful. I've got to make the pennies work. And Kath's got a steamer, and I wanted one, but there was no way I wanted to spend that sort of money. So I thought, well, the jury's out on that one. I'll have to wait, or maybe, you know, talk nicely to Santa or whatever. Don't know whether that will do much good, but anyway. But I was in B&M on Friday, and those of you who know I like my bargains, I bought my B&M voucher, which I do through Top Cashback, so that I get the cash back on the voucher, and then I go in the shop and get my goodies. And otherwise, you know, if I didn't have the voucher, B&M didn't have a loyalty scheme or anything like that. And I like to get a bargain. I like my pennies to work. So Kath saying, let me have my scarves and she'll steam them for me. Oh, what a wonderful friend. Well, Kath doesn't actually need to, because look what I got. I got a steamer. Pete's got a steamer and just need Donna to use it. Right, okay. So Elizabeth's daughter works in home and bargain. So anyway, I have an offer of Kath steaming them for me. But actually, now, hello, Gaz. Long time no see. Gaz and I were crafting together on Friday in the hub. I met Gaz online. We were both viewers of some crafty tutorials last year. And then it transpired that Gaz lived on the island. He lives in Newport and I live in Ryde. And so we were chatting. We were chatting in the stream of, you know, this other company. They were doing the live stream, and Gaz and I were chatting like you here in the side. And we were chatting. Oh, lots of people chatting. And then Gaz and I connected, and then Gaz came along to the craft morning, and now he's a regular when his work doesn't conflict, he's able to join us on a Friday. And I'm very grateful to him because he gets things out. We got a lot of equipment that we're allowed to store there, but we got it in boxes and things. And I find it difficult now. I'm losing the strength in my wrist, and sometimes some of these things, it's a bit more difficult. And so Gaz has been very kind and got some of the machines out and done things like that. Hello. Now this is Frisit Park Lifestyle. Hello. Nice to see you coming in from YouTube. Don't know if I've pronounced that right, but I hope I have. There we go. So anyway, going back to my steamer. I wanted one, but, you know, had I got enough clothes to warrant buying a steamer, You know, you've got to watch all the pennies and make all the, you know, make the bargains and whatever. Vintage tractor run in December, Xmas trees when this will be on. Oh, right. Okay, you'll be doing a vintage tractor run when I will be live streaming. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. You can get the live stream on the replay, or you don't have to watch at all. Anyway, went into B&M, not B&Q. If I said B&Q, I didn't mean B&Q. I meant B&M. And B&M, it's a bit dangerous. I've got a bag that I bought in B&M, and it says something like on the outside of the bag. It's a huge bag. I had to buy it last time I was there because I bought too many bits and I didn't have a bag big enough. And it says I can't be trusted in B&M, and it's just so true. I can't. Anyway, I was getting the other bits that I wanted. So some bits, some liners to go. You steam all the clothes in the shop. Yeah, well, Tracy, it was amazing because the lady in the shop where I bought the trousers, that's what inspired me. I was watching her and she was just steaming the clothes, and they were just coming out so nice. I thought that's what I wanted. But, you know, as I say, don't have enough things to warrant spending a lot of money on something like that. Anyway, in I went to B&M, and I went pootling around, and there, right in front of me, was a steamer. And it says on there £18. But do you think I paid £18 for this? Or do you think I paid less than £18 for this? If you know me well, you'll know the answer. How much do you think I paid for this steamer? So bearing in mind the ones I was looking at it on Amazon were £40 plus, £40, £30. And I didn't want to pay that. So tell me what you think I paid for this. You can do this if you like to live stream. Do you mean the tractor run? I don't know, Shane, because I'm actually much better these days not going out lots. Tracy, you're getting closer. You're getting warmer. But no, it wasn't £15. Anybody have a different guess to Tracy? You're going in the right direction, but that was way too much. Tracy, way too much, £15. As if. Right, okay. Shane, I don't know because, as I say, I don't go out too many times these days. I like to stay in the warm and the dry and do my crafting. No, it wasn't free. It wasn't free. No, up a bit. You've gone too low, Tracy, but come to somewhere in the middle between £10 and £15 and you'll get it right. And I was so thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled to bits. Peter's saying 10. No, up a bit. Higher. But lower than 15. 12. Yes, Elizabeth, she's got it right. Tracy's saying 13. No, it was actually £12. Donna's saying 13. It was £12. I was thrilled to bits with that. Absolutely thrilled to bits. And actually, if you think about it, I'd bought a voucher for I bought a £60 voucher because I had a few bits to get. I was getting a few bits for other, absolute bargain. You know me, I'm the bargain queen, Elizabeth. So it's got to be a bargain or I'm not having it. So I bought the £60 voucher and I got cash back on the voucher. So basically, when I went to get my £60 of goods, I got more than £60 of goods because the voucher cost me, what did I get? Cash back. I got last week. B&M had a special deal and they were doing 11% cash back. This week it was 5.5, which is still good. So I had 5.5% off my voucher, and then so I could get more for my money. So I bought the £60 voucher. And then I got loads of things. I got things for my granddaughters, little things to go in their hair. I've got some nicks and knacks, those little bits. I want to do advent calendars for them, but I want to make up my own advent calendars and, give them all sorts of fun bits. But not spend a fortune, not break the bank, Some of the things I can make and whatever. So that's so I got B&M's brilliant for that. So there we are. You do hope I do a video on the tractor run. Well, Shane, you'd have to tell me where it was, but maybe I could get somebody else to do the tractor run. There's a girl called Kelly Proctor who's doing lots of live streaming on the island, and maybe she would come and do it. If you message me, Shane, and tell me the details, I will message her and see if she would do it, because I really these days don't want to go out. I much prefer being in than out now. And especially if I've got all my crafting to do. So anyway, so I'm thrilled to be. I haven't even opened it yet, but today I was. So Elizabeth's just bought one of these from QVC, and QVC. You get cash back if you're a top cash back person. You can get cash back on QVC purchases. Anybody wants to know about cash back, message me, because I could wait a minute. I could give you. Hang on. Let's have a look. I just love the fact that there's so many. It was a special offer. Oh, good. I'm glad it was a special offer, Elizabeth. I hope that you got a good deal too, because it's horrible if you don't get a good deal. So let me see. And I'm just finding more and more ways to make my money work, especially with the cashback and things like that, and loyalty cards and things like that. But I did have to call on my good friend Kath, who did me a huge favour, because sometimes when my cashback comes out, I don't take it these days as cash into the bank, because I can get more for my money if I don't take it as cash. Hang on, my computer's doing something stupid. Get off. Stop it. And so if when you get cash back, you can just take the cash back and have it in your bank. But then my son taught me that if I actually put it into my reward wallet, it became a better value. So I could turn it into a voucher for Boots or Smiths or lots of different places, and it would become more than the value of the of the cashback. So at the moment, I've got about £21 in my reward wallet, and actually it could be worth up to about £24 depending on where I spend it. So it's better to turn it into reward vouchers than it is to have it in just cash. So it's better, because I like it to do to be a good deal. It's got to be a good deal. And I'm just going to wait a minute on Facebook. Where am I there? Hang on. I'm trying to find my live stream of me on Facebook. And where's it gone? Oh dear, it's gone off the screen. So you can spend cash anywhere, Peter, but there are so many different ways you can have it, and it's more. So I don't know. Hang on. I'm just going to drop my cashback link in Facebook, and then I'm going to ask anybody wonderful out there if they can share. Can you share that link? So it's. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put it. So I put it on Facebook. That's the link if you want to see about cashback. Now, if you do sign up, costs you nothing to sign up, and when you've done some the qualifying purchases, you don't have to. There's no obligation. You can sign up and never do anything, or you can sign up and see whether you can get bargains and like I do, and I've set up a WhatsApp group now to help my people, to make it easier for them to find bargains if I know what they're looking for. So you would get £10 into your account, not straight away. You obviously have to qualify for it. And I get something as well. But, I would do this even if I didn't get anything, because I love helping my community. And I've helped some people who, who've signed up under other people. So there was no benefit to me that way. But because I like to see people get the bargains and make their money stretch, I would do it even anyway. Shane, you said it was the tractor was from the Christmas tree festival. I'll see. I don't know whether I'll be over that way or not, but I'll have to see. So anyway, I was going back to my lovely friend Kath. What I did, and I didn't check the terms and conditions, which was silly. And if anybody can share that that link into YouTube, I could actually, if I bring my YouTube channel up, I could do it myself if you don't mind sitting there and waiting. But no, so this time in my wallet, I transfer it all to my wallet as soon as I get it clears, and I had £9.22, and I put it into my wallet. And then I decided I wanted to take it. I wanted to go to Smith's and get a magazine, because I sometimes have a magazine and they're about £9.99. So I would just have a few pennies to pay. And that's what I was going to do. And I did. That's what I went. I went to Smith's. I got a nice magazine. I put it on the counter. And then I pulled up the email that told me about my my reward voucher. And the lady said, I can't have that. No, so that's what I do when I do it with Iceland. That's what happens when I get an Iceland voucher, and just show my phone. No, that didn't work for Smith's. I had to have a certificate printed to take into the shop that she could then type into the, either scan the barcode or type into the till. So I didn't buy the magazine because I wanted to buy it with my cashback. So I put the magazine back, and then I thought, oh, how am I going to do this? I don't have a printer. I kill any printer that comes anywhere near my house, ends up in the printer graveyard, I'm afraid. I don't know how, because I used to have a printer and I used to do loads of printing, but I don't know what happened. And so anyway, so I thought, oh, that's it. I'm going to have to kiss goodbye to my £9.22. But my lovely friend Kath said, well, send it over to me. Then I then I had that bit of brain fog, and I think I've mentioned it to you before. Ever since I was ill with pneumonia, I don't know whether it's just coincidence or whether it was down to that or what, I get brain fog where something I used to do so well, suddenly I can't think how to do it or to process it. And I don't worry about it, because there's no point. You know, you end up in the graveyard that way. You worry yourself to death, and that's not where I want to go anytime soon. Got too much knitting to do. Haven't finished all these projects, you know, so I can't go anywhere else yet. So anyway, so Kath gave me an idea what I needed to do. So she prompted me, and then I still wasn't quite sure that I could do it. Anyway, I found the certificate. I pushed the print button like she told me. Of course, it didn't print because I haven't got a printer, but it opened it all up. And then I spotted something that says save as a PDF. And so I saved it as a PDF. And then I was able to email it to her, and she was able to print it. So I am able to go now. I will be able to go to Smith's with my voucher and get the magazine. So that's what I will be doing. But now I've got in my reward wallet now, I've got £21 something that becomes, it varies. It depends which store you go for. But if you play it right, you know, if you play it right, you can get the best discounts. And the thing is, sometimes I buy in Boots, sometimes I buy in Smith's, sometimes I buy in B&M. All these stores, so I can just pick and choose the best deal that works for me, you know, and if I want to use the good deal in B&M, I could use my cash, you know. I could pay cash if I wanted something in another shop, but I'm looking for the best deals and the best bargains all the time. That's what I want. So anyway, let's see. Elizabeth says, I'm not going anywhere, Lynn. No, I don't intend to, but you know. Discount Granny, that's right, absolutely. Doesn't Mrs. Hinch do things like this? Like, does she find the bargains, or I'm not quite sure. I think she does, doesn't she? I'm not entirely sure. She does a lot of YouTube stuff, and I know that in B&M, they're now talking about Mrs. Hinch, you know, as the store talks about Mrs. Hinch. So Discount Granny. You got to do it, Heather. Well, I have to do it because, you know, I'm not a millionaire. I'm nowhere near a millionaire. I'm a pensioner, you know? And life isn't as easy as it once was. But, you know, We cut our coat according to our cloth, and I like finding bargains and things. So anyway, I'm just going to see if I can put this link onto YouTube. Let's go and switch my account, and let's find my account. Where am I? Right, okay, there I am, the GoLiveGranny. You do it too. I'm glad you do it, Heather. And do you know what? I get such a sense of satisfaction when I can get a really good deal. Like last week, B&M, they were giving 11% on their gift cards. So why would I go in B&M and spend £30 or whatever when I could go and buy a gift card and on cashback, get the cashback, and then use the gift card to buy the things I wanted. Got to be a good steward of all we have. Absolutely, Heather. You know, you're not wrong. And I was talking to the ladies in the works. I love the works, but I was saying to them, I'm not buying in here today because I'm going to go home, because the works used to give a loyalty card and I used to get loads of points on there, but they've stopped their loyalty card. But they are on cash, or they are on top cashback. And so the way to get that, you can't, you love the works, Elizabeth. Yes, it's a dangerous place if you're a crafter. So, you know, going in and just buying in the store wouldn't give me any extras. You know, the prices are good, but it wouldn't give me I want the extra, of course. So what I do is I go and I look what I want. And then I would come home. I haven't done it yet, but I've seen a few bits and pieces I want. And their prices are very good. Anyway, really good. And so I would come home, do an online order, and do it as click and collect. So I can collect it from the store. And then I've got my cash back on it. Tracy's saying, sorry, she went and made a cuppa. Did you show your new sparkly top or not? No, I didn't. I haven't got it yet. I'll tell you what, talk amongst yourselves and I'll go and see if I can find my top quickly. If I can't, then we'll have to do it another time. But let's just talk amongst yourselves. Bertie Bassett's up there. He might talk to you, but he might not. Or there's the land girl. She might have a chat with you. But just chat amongst yourselves and I will be back very shortly if I can get through. Oh, hang on. Oh, dear. Oh, no. I'm tripping on my wool. Oh, dear. Hang on a minute. I nearly fell over my wool. Dear, oh, dear. You can't get the grannies these days. Let's have a look. Let's see. I found it. I can't believe I found it so easily. Yes, it was under a pile of things, but it was in such a pretty bag. I spotted the bag very quickly. My steamer fell on the floor as I went out of the room. My foot got caught in the wool, but I didn't fall over, fortunately. So, are you ready? Are you ready for a bit of sparkle? Hang on, let's move that. I need to take that. Oh, wait a minute. What have I done? Oh, no, what have I done? Oh, there we are. I need to take that comment. Oh, hang on. I need to get that comment. How do I get my comment off of there? How do I get that off? I don't know how I get that comment off. Oh, dear. Oh, yes, I do. I know how I do it. Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, I'm so hot. There we go. That's it. Right. So, I think I'm going to take... I'm too hot. Oh. There we go. I've got another pretty scarf underneath. Look. Let's see. Ready. So Heather's ready. So this, it was... Now, this one, I didn't get any cash back or anything off like that, but I just loved it. It's so, so soft. It's lovely and soft. Can you see? Look, it's navy. It's navy and it's lovely and sparkly. Look at that. Who likes the sparkle? There we go. Lovely and sparkly, lovely and soft. And look at this beautiful scarf that came with it. It is a lovely top, isn't it, Kath? Well, Kath and I are going sometime soon. We're going to go to Busy Bee where they have class, which is a closed concession, which is reasonably priced things. But we haven't made it yet, and I wanted something new. I might not buy anything over there because I've already bought this. Isn't it lovely? So this is from, it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's almost next door to Isle of Wool. I'll have to find out what I don't know what the shop's called. I think it's where it used to be Ladies' Realm or something like that. One of those sorts of shops. It's on the bend where Isle of Wool is, Kath. It's just around there. And they had some other super outfits. They had tons of scarves. And I was so tempted, but this week, because I've got my lovely wardrobes and the things have gone out of the drawers into the wardrobes, I've now been able to put all scarves into the drawers, and I have got so many scarves. I didn't know I had so many because I had all my mum's scarves, and I found things that I was bringing out of bags that I didn't even know were there. Kath knows where it is. So look at this. I mean, what is that? I just could not. And this was very reasonable price. So there we go. So that's me shopping. I tried lots of things on, but I wasn't buying lots. I just had to, make the pennies work. And then I remembered that I had bought some earrings and a necklace with all sparkly like this. Kath saying it's very me. Yes, it is very me, Kath, and it's so soft. It is really soft. And this is the shop where I saw them using the steamer. And that's why I wanted a steamer, because it was just nobody sold it to me. Nobody said, "Oh, you must have one of these." It was just watching that lady, not the one yesterday, but her colleague, just watching her just steam all those clothes. It was just fascinating to watch. And so I want to be able to. So now I'm going to steam my lovely scarves that have been shoved in them. So some of my scarves never crumple up. They don't seem to crumple. Donna loves my scarf. It's not just a scarf. Look, so it's a top. Look, there's a top and a scarf. So there's the top. Let's see. Look, there's the top. It's a long top, but I'm pulling it up so that you can see it. Look, I'm not on commission either. I ought to be. But it just was wonderful. So I was well pleased with that. So I've got sparkly shoes, sparkly nails, sparkly top, and I've got sparkly headband I bought the other day, like one of those £1.50 things. Or I could go sparkly. I could do this, couldn't I? Because I'm mad and foolish. I could make myself a hat. Hang on, I can't see. I've got something on my screen. I could make myself a sparkly hat. There we go. So these I bought last week in B&M because I'm going to do some crafting. These are great for crafting, and they were, bearing in mind I run the craft group on a Friday morning. I'm sure I can make some. Look, there's some red ones. Red one would have gone better with the navy, wouldn't it? I think. You might see this on a headband on GoLiveGranny anytime soon, because never be surprised at what I wear on my head. Because I can. But I just this is like a comfort blanket. It is so soft. I have to be careful that some of the items that I saw that I liked, they had wool in them, and I can't wear wool because it irritates my skin. So they were a no-no. I looked at them and then I asked the lady what the content was, and if it said, no, it didn't say wool, it said Lana. And these are Italian made. And she said, I think Italian is I think lana is Italian for wool. So I said, well, let's find out. I asked Siri on my phone, and Siri told me that the Italian for wool was lana. So we could see that, although it didn't say wool on the label, it said lana. So we knew to steer clear. And I had a wonderful conversation with that lady. That nobody else was in the shop at that time, and we had a good old chat and natter. And I live in such a lovely place where people have got time for each other much more than other places. And I chatted there, and I've chatted all the way round. I chatted to lovely Lauren, who sat next to me in the nail bar, and we had a great old conversation. And she's got a favourite charity, and I do a lot of charity stuff. So I said, oh, well, let me know. So I might do some things for your charity as well. Anyway, Peter's calling me the disco queen. Oh, well, I'll tell you what will show you I am really the disco queen. Sit tight. Don't go anywhere. I'm only just getting something that's hanging on the door of this room, but I've got my foot stuck in the wool again. Hang on a minute. I'm going to trip myself up with my wool. Not a good idea. Death by wool. That's not good, is it? Hang on. Oh dear. I'm knocking things down all over the place. But I'm just getting something to show you that I really am the disco queen. But something else has got to come off the handle first, because I've got lots of things on a hook on my door, and I can't get what I want because other things are in the way. But here we go. I'm coming back. I'm having to squeeze through a little space here because I've got too much stuff in my craft room. But what do you think? I've got my own disco ball. Look. And I've got some lovely... Look, there we go. Time for disco. My Strictly, look. I'm practicing for Strictly. So this I bought. Now, there's a funny story about this. I bought this in Poundland. It was more than £1, but I bought it a few years ago. And it was it was about £2 or something. I think it had been £5, and it was down to about £2. And I must hang I need to hang my glitter ball up on Strictly nights, don't I? So I need some earrings like this, but not quite as big as this. If anybody could get me some little Strictly ones, I would love that. Anyway, so I must tell you the funny story about this. As you know, I'm the bargain queen, the discount granny, as Heather said. Saturday Night Fever. I'll come out in spots in a minute. I was in Poundland, and as you know, I love a bargain. Well, after Christmas, Poundland was selling all their Christmas stuff up. Now, bearing in mind it's so cheap anyway, or it was, back in the day, very, very cheap in Poundland. So I was buying some absolutely crazy bargains I was getting. And I think this was about £2, and I could not resist having this. I've never done anything with it. It sits up there and just amuses me, but there will be a time when we hang it somewhere and do something. Anyway, I got this, and you can imagine I got a trolley load of stuff, loads and loads of stuff, because, so much, it would come in, for next Christmas or birthdays or whatever. And I got so much for my money. I didn't spend a lot, but I had a load of stuff. And somebody was behind me in the queue. And he said, oh, you got a lot of stuff there. I said, oh, yes. I said, I've got a lot of this. I don't normally shop for next Christmas now, but I can't resist all these things. And he said to me, some people are so cheerful, aren't they? He said to me, you might be dead by next Christmas. Well, maybe that was the year I nearly died of pneumonia. No, it wasn't. This was long before that. I said, yes, I might be dead. But if I'm not dead, look at all the bargains I've got that I will have for next Christmas. I thought, oh, hello, cheerful Charlie. avoiding you like the plague because you are negative. Negative Nancy, negative Norman he was. So anyway, do you like my glitter ball? I think it's wonderful. And you know, it just hangs up there and makes me sparkle and makes the room sparkle. And there we go. I think I need to have it hanging up here on a Sunday night when they've just announced the Strictly results. So I'm going to put that down there. Got to be careful I don't fall over it, because of course twice I went over there and twice I got my foot caught in the wool because it's dangling. Look, that's the wool off my granddaughter's death by granddaughter's cardigan. No way. So anyway, anybody else got anything else they want to chat about? What's coming up this week? Oh yes, my bathroom conversion is starting tomorrow. Woo! I'm good, but I've only waited over a year for it. It was agreed back in the summer after a year, and then the builder, the person who was doing who got the contract, couldn't fit me until tomorrow. So he's coming tomorrow, and I think the work will go on for 4 days. So I probably won't be going out for 4 days because it's not just, I know the people who are doing the main contract, but I don't know other people. Because other people are coming in my house, I probably won't be going out. You need to have your disco ball on display. I do, don't I? I'll have to see if I can get my friend to suspend it from somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do. So yes, so I'm having the baths going out, which is why I've also had permission to get a stair lift put in, but I waited on the stair lift because it's going to be easier to get the bath out before the stair lift goes in. So we've been waiting on that. Great place for your disco ball in the bathroom. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. So the bath's going out. I'm having a lovely shower put in. I'm having one of those fancy posh toilets that, you know, won't do too much toilet talk, but the ones that, you know, spray, have a water feature as well, not just the toilet itself, but the water feature. So, you know, it's going to be so posh. I don't know it's going to be that posh. Anything I have isn't usually posh. But I'm excited about it. But he did say, oh, well, your toilet will be functional again on Thursday. I said, well, what a good job I've got a second toilet in my flat then. That would be a nightmare if I had 4 days with no loo. So anyway, so I'm excited. But my bathroom, it was a disaster earlier because I just think I said at the beginning, I used the bath as a dumping ground for all the cardboard boxes of the stuff I get online and different things I don't know where to put. They all went in the bath. That was fine until tonight or today when I need it all out of the bath. And I had cupboards in the bathroom as well, and they need it clear. So my lovely friend was over here today, and he helped me. A bidet. No, it's not. It's not a bidet, Heather. It's actually a toilet. It's one of those toilets. Well, I haven't seen it, but I've had it explained to me. So it's one of those toilets that, I suppose it's like a bidet, but it's actually the toilet where you could wash over the toilet. So do they call that a bidet as well? I can't remember what they called this. It's a toilet, actually a toilet. So I will not live stream from my toilet, but I will tell you about the experience I have. So anyway, so that's going on this week, which means that I probably won't go out to my coffee morning because, you know, with work people in the house, if I don't know them all, I prefer to stay in. Which means I will do a lot of crafting this week and a lot of knitting. And I want to show you, and I think I can do it by turning my camera. Oh, hang on. I was going to do something else, wasn't I? I was going to... if you want the Top Cash Back link and you're on YouTube, message me because I was going to put it on there, but I'm not. Because I want to show you something. I want to show you the cards I made this week, but I can't show you the cards I made this week because one of them has arrived with my grandson and one of them has been given to somebody else to send on. But I have pictures of them. But of course, the pictures are in my phone. But I've also got them on Google Photos on here. So let's see if I can show you, because I was quite proud of these. So let's see if, yes, wait, I can turn the camera around, can't I? Hang on. Let's have a look. Shower toilets or bidet toilets? Right, okay. Peter says maybe it has a dryer to blow warm air too. Yes, maybe it does. I don't know. Well, I shall find out and I shall let you know. So, I want to show you the lady. I'm sure this lady won't mind, because she was quite happy having a photograph done. You see this lady on there? Look. Whoops. Oh, what's happening there? That wasn't supposed to happen. Something happened and it moved. It moved. Oh, it's doing something I didn't want it to do. Wait a minute. Oh, you can't get the staff, can you? No, it's not. Oh, hang on. Google's made something moving here, and I didn't want it to be moving. So wait a minute. Let me just. Let's see. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the boxes that the lady made. I can't find it. So those are the little boxes, like I showed you at the beginning. You know, I showed you this pink one, and that's the one that the lady made on Friday, and she was so excited to have that. And she, you know, she was nervous when she first came to Craft Club 2 or 3 weeks ago, and now I've just given her things that really work very well for a beginner, and she's so pleased. She was thrilled to bits, and I got such pleasure seeing her so happy. And really, it's just a piece of card, but it's amazing what you can do with just pieces of card. So wait a minute, that was what I wanted to show you, but I want to show you my card for my grandson. Oh, this is another card. Hang on, this is another card I made this week for a family member. And I've embossed that, so it's not just plain, I embossed it as well. So that was lovely. Whoops, hang on. And oh, that's so sweet, says Heather, thank you. And let me show you. Right, so right, this is my grandson's birthday card, and it's a stand-up birthday card, and it actually stands up like a goal. And I got the inspiration from Sam Calcott, who's a crafter. She does crafting for a living, and she doesn't mind us copying and sharing. That's the whole point of it. So my grandson plays in colours like that. So I had my daughter had to send me. She had to send me a picture of him in his uniform. So I did that, and then my friend saw this and she said, "Oh, can you make me a card like that?" I said, "Okay." Heather saying it's a wonderful card, thank you. And Peter saying he finds it great that I can use a computer so well. Your mum is 80, can't turn one on. Well, I have a son. I have two sons in the in the digital world. So one of them is a computer buff, backstreet boy, you know, all the dark stuff behind the scenes, and the other one's social media guru. And I've had very good training. So, you know, and you're never too old to learn new things. Anyway, so oh, I can show you my ruby slippers. Look, there's my ruby slippers, my new sparkly. Look, there we are. I'm saying there's no place like home. So my lovely sparkly Crocs, and then oh, not only sparkly Crocs, but I had sparkly red wool as well. Look, that was a sparkly red day. That was. And then I want to show you the other card I made, because I had to pull up the uniform for Southampton, because the next card was for somebody who supported Southampton, and although it looks very similar to the other card,
it's red and white stripes on the top, not just red. So my grandson had black socks and black shorts. This one's got white socks, red and white top, and black shorts. You know, and you just have to do these things for these people, and I love it. I love it. And that second one was raising funds for charity, which is what I absolutely love to do. If I can enjoy and get, you know, my mental health, you know, in a fantastic place through my crafting, and then I can make money for a charity out of that as well, then that really works for me. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. So I've got a lot of cards to make, family cards for things coming up. And what I need to do, because I had a lot of cards to make and I didn't get them done because I was thinking, oh, I've got all these cards to make, all these cards to make. And because of my brain fog, I couldn't do it. So what I have to do is, today I'm going to make this card. And then, this afternoon I've got time to make this one. So if I break it down into small bits like I would for children, it will work. And I can now cope with it. But I was not making any of the cards because I was getting into the tears of, I haven't got, you know, how am I going to organise all this? So that was that. Anything else to... No, I think that's mostly my week. Oh, no, I've got something else to show you. Because I'm the discount granny or the bargain granny, I do have something else down here. Did you like the bag that my sparkly top came in? Isn't that lovely? And I said to the lady, do you know what? I'm going to craft something with that. That's too nice a bag, isn't it? So it'll probably end up being made into greetings cards or something or other, something in the craft world, because it's such a lovely bag. I do that. I save all those bits. My friend who came, he was trying to throw some stuff away. I said, no. He was trying to throw away some lemonade bottles, the big lemonade bottles. And he said, I'll put those in the bin. I said, no, don't put them in the bin. I've been watching all these tutorials on YouTube and Facebook and all these lovely reels, and there are people making things craft-wise with lemonade bottles and glitter card and glitter foam and that, and there's some amazing things. So I wouldn't let him put my lemonade bottles in the bin. I said, no, I've been saving those. What do they say? One man's fish is another man's poisson. Oh no, poison. Poisson. But also, you know, my rubbish, I don't want... it might be. Yes, I think you're right. Somebody said that shop was called Cloud9. So that's where this lovely sparkly top came from. And I'm now sorting out all my jewellery because I managed to get that jewellery case so that I can put all my jewellery. I've got jewellery in this pot and this drawer and that drawer and the other drawer. And I bought one of those things with the jewellery drawers so that I could get myself organised. And then I found the sparkly earrings that I bought and the necklace to match that I have never worn. So maybe I can now with that. Right. What was I going to show you? Something else. Oh, here. And here's one I got earlier. Right. I'm going to open this up. And this is something I got free. And I was so excited. So very excited. So I'll show you. Those are die cutter plates. Those are dies. No, they're mine. They're not dies, they're mine. Those are rubber stamps. Whoops. Those are rubber stamps. And these are embossing folders. And this is a die cutter, a small die cutter. It's a sidekick. It's the Sizzix baby one. So recently, you know, I had the so I've got the Big Shot and the Big Shot Plus, and this is the Baby Shot. They didn't call it the Baby Shot, they call it the sidekick. And it's a little die cutter for cutting the small dies. But I didn't pay anything for this. I didn't steal it either. I spotted a bargain I couldn't resist. So I
I don't buy many magazines, but I do like having magazines sometimes. And as you know, I was going to try and buy one in Smith's when I couldn't use the voucher, but I've now got the voucher, so I can buy one in Smith's next time, thanks to Kath, who printed the voucher off for me. But I decided on one of the magazines I was going to take a subscription, and they were offering it at such a good deal. It was a no-brainer. So it's a $9.99 magazine. I've forgotten which one of the crafting ones it is. I've got it written down. $9.99 magazine, and they were offering 3 months for $19.99. So that's a bargain before you go anywhere else, isn't it? Because 3 lots of $9.99 are nearly £30, but I was getting it for $19.99. But it wasn't just that clinched it. They threw this in as well as a freebie. This retail value, I mean, you can get them cheaper than retail, but this retail value is £60. So I got this and one month's magazine free. What was not to love, you know? And you know, there's nothing to. I mean, I don't intend to just do that and then cancel the subscription. You know, because the magazines, although they're about $9.99, which might seem a lot for a magazine, they've always got freebies in them like dies or rubber stamps or papers and all sorts of things, and so they're worth more than $9.99 as well. So you see, I am loving my bargains. So let's just go over there. Hang on a sec. Right. So anyway, I'm coming to the end of all my news. As my dad used to say, all the news when we meet. I think I've given you all the news. You've given me some of your news. I think I want to sign off now and go and have my little bit of doubt. You know, I've told you before, I can't go straight to bed now. I need a little bit of winding down time, maybe a hot drink or something like that. A little bit of tidying up of my... I better wind my wool up, because if I don't, I'm going to fall over and break my neck. So I will wind up the wool. I will go and hang up my beautiful new jumper in my lovely new wardrobe. That's a converted cupboard, but now it's like new wardrobes to me. And it went from a cupboard to being a wardrobe for the cost of £30, which was the cost of the parts to put inside. But I do think I need to reward my friend more than that, don't you? I do know that there's 1 or 2 things he's rather partial to. So maybe a little treat or two. But, you know, anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed yourself here over in the Go Live Granny community. It wouldn't be such a fun place without all of you lovely people. And I love it that you just pop in and drop in your comments and interact with each other. It's just such a nice place. It's such a nice thing to look forward to now on a Sunday evening. But I know that I feel I'm getting quite sleepy now, and I've got to be up bright and breezy for the people coming in to take out a bath in the morning. And I've just got a couple of bits to pull out of the bathroom that are still in there, but most of it's done, so that's good. So Peter saying, nice to see you, Lynn. All the best for me and Donna. Nights, Lynn, sleep well. I will sleep well. Tracy's off to have a cuppa and finish putting her washing away, then bath and bed, ready for work tomorrow. So don't forget, Tracy, let me know when you've got time out, because I'd love to catch up with you. So we need to message each other. All right, that would be great. And thank you for your interaction here, as always, and hope you had a wonderful birthday, and maybe it's still going on, I don't know. And those of you having birthdays this week, so I think Heather said hers was the 7th, didn't she? Somebody else has got... Ooh, somebody will have to remind me, because unless I go back over the comments, I won't remember. So folks, I'm going to go now, and all being well, I will reconvene with you all this time not this time, we'll reconvene at 8:15 next week, next Sunday. So have a wonderful week. Don't forget to drop me some messages. No,
But from next year, you're going backwards. So you're going to go backwards to celebrate your birthday. Okay. All right. Is it the big one next year, Tracy? Is it a big one next year? So I've got a big one next year. A sort of big one. A semi halfway to 80. I should be next year. So, no. Right. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go. I'm tired. I need to sleep. Yes. Oh, it is a big one. Okie dokie. And Heather's is on the 7th. So, Heather, have a lovely day. I will try and remember to come with my hat. Well, if I can unearth them now, which I might be tidy about next week, if I can unearth my glasses and my hat, I'll try and bring them to the broadcast next week. But have a wonderful time, Heather, for your birthday. And if anybody else has got birthdays or celebrations or anything, and just have a wonderful week, everybody. And thank you for being here. And I love you lots. And I couldn't do it without you. There we go. I'm not going to go into thanking my mum and my dad and my all. And do you know what I was just trying to do? Gosh, you can tell I'm tired. I was trying to switch my phone off with my mouse. That won't work because my mouse is connected to my big computer, and I just need to push this button and say goodbye. Bye. See you soon. Oh, I'm not going. It's not ending. There we go.